Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Learn and Love Science. Today I am here to explain about the major part of chemistry, that is the periodic table. Periodic table is very important in order to learn chemistry. Without periodic table, chemistry will be very hard. In order to learn periodic table easily and in a simple way, I am here today to explain you all about it. It is important for all the O-level students to know all the 20 elements that is present in the periodic table. So let me explain how to draw the periodic table. Hydrogen, then it comes helium, but without writing helium I will write lithium under hydrogen. Beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, and now you can write helium above neon. Then sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. It is very important for all the O-level students to know all these 20 elements. Periodic table is the main part of chemistry. So I request all the O-level students to learn to draw this periodic table and even to memorize this periodic table in a proper way. And another request from all the O-level students, when you learn periodic table, when you memorize the periodic table, it is a must for everyone. Whenever you all do the chemistry paper, before you answer the chemistry paper, it is a must for everyone to draw the periodic table in a rough sheet and then start doing the chemistry paper. Because without periodic table, it is very hard for any student to answer the chemistry. So now I have finished up drawing the periodic table. Now I will mark all the atomic number that is present. Now I have drawn 20 elements in this periodic table. Now I will mark the atomic number. Hydrogen is having the atomic number 1. Helium is having the atomic number 2. Lithium is having the atomic number 3. Beryllium is having the atomic number 4. Boron is having the atomic number 5. Carbon atomic number 6. Nitrogen 7. Oxygen 8. Fluorine 9. Neon 10. Sodium 11. Magnesium 12. Aluminium 13. Silicon 14. Phosphorus 15. Sulfur 16. Chlorine 17. Argon 18. Potassium 19. Calcium 20. So there are 20 elements. It is a must for all the O-level students to learn these 20 elements, even to draw this, and please memorize this properly. So when you memorize the periodic table, when you know to draw the periodic table, the chemistry become very easy. Now let me mark all the groups and the periods that is present in the periodic table. Now let me mark the groups. Groups are marked in Roman numbers in the periodic table. This is group 1. This is group 2. This is group 3. And this is group 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. And this is 8. Even we say the group 8 as 0th group also. So these are about groups that is present in the periodic table. So there are about 8 groups in the periodic table. So groups are marked in Roman numbers. Then next the periods that is present in the periodic table. Periods that is present in the periodic table we mark using Hindu-Arabic number 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 periods that is present in the periodic table and these are periods. So guys, now I have completed drawing the periodic table and I have explained about the groups that is present in the periodic table and the periods that is present in the periodic table. Now let me say you all once again, there are 20 elements that is a must for all the O-level students to learn it properly. And there are 8 groups. There are 8 groups in the periodic table. We mark using Roman numbers. And there are 4 periods in the periodic table. We mark using Hindu-Arabic numbers. And this periodic table was first introduced by Dmitri Mendeleev. Dmitri Mendeleev. Next, I will explain about the group 8 element. Group 8 element we say as 0th element also. These 3 elements, this helium, neon and argon, we give a special name for these 3 elements that is present in group 8 elements. That is, we say as noble gas, rare gas, sometimes we even say as monoatomic gas. So there are 3 special names I have given for this group 8 or 0th element. Next, let me say about the 2 special elements that you have to know, which is known as metalloids. The boron and silicon, the ones that I have marked with pink, it is boron and silicon. These 2 elements that you are learning, among the 20 elements you are learning, boron and silicon comes under metalloids. So let me show you all metalloids. Next, let me mark all the metals that is present among these 20 elements. That is, without hydrogen. Now, from this, among this border, now it is the easy way. Everyone concentrate properly. This is the easy way. Among, this is the border. after this border, except hydrogen, all the other elements from lithium all comes under metals. All comes under metals. All comes under metals. Then next, so let me mark. So let me mark you using the other color pen to show you all the non-metals. So non-metals, this is the border, the other elements after the border all comes under non-metals. That is an easy way for you all to remember this. But doesn't include this noble gas, monoatomic or rare gas. Other than that, the other elements that is present after this border are non-metals, and along with that you have to remember even hydrogen is non-metal. Okay, so once again I'll go through this. You have to know among these 20 elements the special name given to group 8 element, that is noble gas, rare gas and monoatomic gas. Either any of these name can be asked for the question. Like for an example, in a question they can ask you what is the monoatomic gas, or either they can ask you what is the noble gas, or either they can ask you what is the rare gas. Therefore all the 3 names I have given that we can use for this group 8 or 0th group. Then next we are learning about metalloids, metals and non-metals. Metalloids I have given through the pink color and colored through the pink and shown that these 2 elements, that is boron and silicon, are metalloids. Then next I have explained you all about what is metals. Metals are these, I have colored using the green color, that is I have explained just for you all to remember. I have explained a short method after this border. This boron and silicon, first keep in mind about these metalloids. After this, now you have to remember this side comes under metals, the other side comes under non-metals, and along with non-metal you have to remember this side only the hydrogen in a special case comes under non-metal. So hope you guys understand this periodic table properly. Now you all have to remember there are 20 elements, and those 20 elements, if you all know to draw the periodic table properly, you don't need to memorize the atomic number. So after drawing the periodic table properly, you can just in an order mark the atomic number. Always mark the atomic number this side, and it should be this side onto the left side, and it is down. Okay, don't forget to mark it properly onto this side. Okay, then now I would like to explain about the valency that we consider in this periodic table. Valency that we consider in this periodic table, now it is like this. Now I'll draw using now group 1 element. Group 1 element is having the valency 1. Group 2 element is having the valency 2. Group 3 element is having the valency 3. Okay. Then again the group 4 elements we give valency 4, but we give a special name for group 4 elements. The valency special name radical valency. Radical valency means different variety, variable valencies. So this about this radical valency you all will be learning in A levels. So the O level students don't need to consider about it. But if the question comes based on the valency of carbon and silicon, that is group 4 elements, then you all have to use the valency 4. Then next, there is no valency for group 8 or 0th group, because it is having the stable electronic configuration. To know more detail about what is the electronic configuration, you all have to look at my next video. Therefore, in this video, I am not going to explain about the electronic configuration. Now, the group 8 element doesn't have any valency because it is having the stable electronic configuration. Later in the next video, further I'll explain the detail about the electronic configuration. Okay. Then group 7th element is having the valency 1. Group 6 is having the valency 2. Group 5 is having the valency 3. Therefore, this side I have marked the valency 1, 2, 3. And after the 4th valency, that is the radical valency, I have stopped and moved to the other side. And from that side, from 7, I have come as valency 1, 2 and 3. So now what you have to learn here, it is very important to know that 1, 2, 3, this side of the valencies, we say all these valencies as positive valency. And this side, 1, 2, 3, this side of the valency, we say as negative valency. Okay. So further about this positive valencies and negative valencies, I'll be explaining on the next video. Therefore, viewers, if you all want my next video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.